This week is going to be a big one for the jobs market. Economists say it could give some insight into whether or not layoffs are on the horizon.
That's right. Several Bay Area companies have already announced layoffs in recent weeks. Last month, Gap cut about 500 jobs at its corporate offices, including one in San Francisco. Los Gatos-based Netflix laid off 450 employees within the past 2 months. And Tesla reportedly laid off 10% of its staff back in June.
KRON 4's Terisa Estacio talked with some Bay Area experts to get their take on what's next in the job market.
You're going to start to see people actually maybe updating their resume right now.
Hold on. Bay Area job market experts like Bob O'Donnell with Technologist says it may get bumpy in the next few months for workers. They say inflation and global uncertainty are taking a toll on companies. However, some layoffs have been expected given what happened in the pandemic.
Part of this is the fact that because there was such a boom in jobs and opportunities during the pandemic, a lot of tech companies saw growth that frankly wasn't realistic. They couldn't possibly continue. And so inevitably you're going to see a bit of a slowdown, and that's going to eventually mean jobs. I mean, the good news is there's still a lot of tech related jobs out there.
I think as we get to the new data, I don't think there's necessarily going to be a decrease in overall employment, but we have seen a slowing trend in growth. And I do think that trend continues when we get new data here and through the fall as we move forward.
Jeff Belisario is the executive director of the Bay Area Council Economic Institute. He says despite a drop in job openings, the market is still solid.
I don't necessarily see a recession imminently on the horizon, but there are clearly companies planning for a recession, and just that alone, I think, will keep some of the numbers temp down a little bit from where they were previously.
But this is really a wake-up call.
Ahmad Thomas is the CEO of Silicon Valley Leadership Group. The organization has more than 350 members stretching across many sectors. Thomas says that while data continues to show a robust economy, he does see companies positioning themselves, such as putting in hiring freezes.
There are steps being taken that show whether we look at some of the large tech companies, whether we look at the broader market signs, clearly a tight market, but steps being taken by companies to prepare for volatility and to prepare for further uneven market conditions.
During the pandemic, working from home became necessary, and now statistics show some workers want to stay remote. O'Donnell says that may work against a person if a recession hits.
And if I am one of those remote people, there is certainly going to be a risk of, that person's not around, so we might want to go with somebody else.
On Friday, the Labor Department will release its job numbers, giving more data to consider about employment. Terisa Estacio, KRON 4 News.